Hello, card fighters, and welcome back to Gleaming Card Lore, the series where I break down the stories of Planet Cray. You've almost certainly heard about the recent developments 3,000 years after the era of Blasterblade and Alfred, but why don't we look at them in more detail? Our story begins at the battle between Chronovisor Heritage and the dragon deity of destruction Gizeh. In order to defend the planet Cray, Chronovisor, who you might know better as Chronojet Dragon, put his all into one final attack against Gizeh, banishing both of them from the timeline. But with them, Gizeh took a huge chunk out of the Dragon Empire. Relishing in the defeat of its sworn rival, Cray's other deity, Messiah, felt its role was finished and became part of the energy that created all life on Cray, Cray's idea. But not before leaving behind an epitaph for the people of Cray. What followed was disastrous. Cray entered a godless era. The planet Cray attracts an enemy that it cannot fight back against, and Cray's idea is disabled by the void. The Akashic Book, the record of all history on Cray and Earth, goes blank. In the midst of all this, the clans of Stargate, Link Joker, Nova Grappler, and Dimension Police read Messiah's epitaph and vow to fight together against the oncoming threat. They unite as the new nation of Brant Gate. The Keter engine, source of all power in the United Sanctuary, ceases functioning. Alfred's royal line comes to an end, and the nation is plunged into civil war. That's right, United Sanctuary has yet another civil war. You thought we were done after Phantom Blaster. You thought we were done after Claret, but no, another 3,000 years of civil war. The survivors of this war rebuild the Keter engine and go to live on a floating island in the sky named Ketergia. They cut themselves off from other nations and dub their new country the Keter Sanctuary. And then, as if things couldn't get any worse, famine strikes the nation of Zoo. Great Nature University hits some tough times. The country starts dividing itself down the middle. Luckily, those who pursued knowledge still followed the sage Stoicheia. His followers create the Wise Cube, a tool that will be used to protect the planet Cray in the future. The sage passes away, and his followers unite both Zoo and Magallanica as one nation named after him. Eventually, thanks to all of this, and also the loss of the historical records, and just these stories not being talked about, the conflict with Gizeh, as well as the heroes that fought against him, begin to fade from the public consciousness. Meanwhile, the Dark Zone fractures into many micronations, warring over the scarcity of mana. Having lost their leader Chronojet Dragon in the war, disaster befalls Gear Chronicle. They lose the power to leap through time, and the Zodiac Time Beasts fall into a deep slumber. Not all hope is lost for Gears, though. They are joined by a mysterious hero who works alongside them to unite the Dark Zone into the nation Dark States. The Dragon Empire was able to defend its borders for all this time, and generally kept to themselves, so nothing really changed for them. The priestesses of Dragon Empire carried out rituals to bring a new hope to planet Cray. Fast forward another 1,000 years, and an egg arrives on the planet Cray. It hatches into Chakravarti Divine Dragon. Congratulations! You're now all caught up on everything that's happened since Gizeh's defeat. With that, you're ready to join me in discovering the stories of units yet to come. Hey, thanks again for watching. This is the part where I tell you that only 9% of people who watch my videos are subscribed, and that I'd appreciate it if you made that number go up some. I'm sorry that I still haven't covered the other nations of Cray pre-timeskip, but I'll come back to them later. We're all riding that Overdress hype right now, you know?